Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a simple walkthrough of the products that I use on a day-to-day basis and what I think of them and what I like and don't like about them. Unfortunately, I was unable to post my everyday makeup routine on Sunday night because of technical difficulties with editing and so forth, but that video will be up eventually. I'm just working out different editing situations and trying to figure out what's going to be best for that. But if you want to see what products I use on a day-to-day basis and my opinions on them, then keep on watching. So the first product that I use is the POREfessional Primer by Benefit. And it's supposed to minimize your pores, and it definitely does do that. I do think that it can be a little bit slippery, but my makeup does stay on throughout the day. But overall, it is a great product, and it's definitely worth it. Sometimes I use the Smashbox Photo Finish, which is also a great product, especially if you're pairing it with the primer water. Overall, it's a great combination. For foundation, I use the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced, and my shade is Porcelain. Such an amazing foundation. Honestly, like, I regret not buying it sooner. It matches my skin tone perfectly. It blends amazingly, and it doesn't have super cakey and like thin, but also a great coverage. It doesn't cake on my face, and it doesn't make me feel like I have 8 pounds of makeup on, but it does have a medium to full coverage, which I do love. And for concealer, I use the Tarte Waterproof Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Concealer. And to be completely honest with you, I hate this concealer. I bought it because Ulta was all out of the Shape Tape concealer, and I was very disappointed because I love the Shape Tape concealer, and I think it blends amazingly, and it has a really good, it melts into your face very well and blends with your foundation really well. This does not. It is very hard to blend in, and it looks cakey if you don't blend it in completely. And my shade is Fair Light, and it's a full coverage concealer, but it has that cake effect, and I don't like that. And that's why I like the Too Faced foundation, because it doesn't have that cake effect, but this makes the foundation cakey, if you know what I mean. Overall, I would not buy this again, and it broke out of the tube one day, and there's a very small amount of actual concealer, and it's just honestly just not worth the money. I think I bought this for $25. Definitely not worth it. Tarte is an amazing brand, and I love Tarte, but I honestly just think that the Shape Tape concealer would be a better fit for me. So to bake my face and to set my face, I use the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in Translucent. Great powder, does really well for setting with creasing and such, but it doesn't have a lot of flashback, but it can be hard to put my setting powder to set the rest of my face over the translucent powder, because it does leave a little bit of a white tint. Not like anything too noticeable, but a little bit where it's like I have to pat really intensely with the rest of my face to blend that through. I apply it with a dry beauty blender. I used to apply with a brush and with a wet beauty blender, and I think that the dry beauty blender picks up more product and is a lot easier to get into the places that you need to get to prevent creasing. So to set the rest of my face, I use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in Sandstorm, and I think it's a great powder. It definitely matches my skin tone really well, and stays throughout the day, and I often put it in my purse with a little pad just to dampen my, just to dab my face when I get oily or if I feel like I need a little bit more coverage in certain places, and it really does do that. It's definitely matte, which I love. I love a matte look, and it feels light on my face, but at first it feels a little bit cakey when I first put it on, but after it warms into my skin, it feels really light and very smooth on my face, and it gives me that flawless complexion. For my contour, I use this mini contour palette. I think it's from Maybelline. I use these two shades right here for my nose and these two shades right here for my cheekbones. It's a good product. I've been using it for a while. It gives me that soft, powdery contour, but it also has the ability to give me a harsh, very defined contour. I really like this. I wouldn't go out and deliberately buy it to use, but I've been using it for a while. I used to use it for my eyebrows, but I discovered brow product and saved my life. So it's a good product. It's also good for eyeshadow if you want to go with more of a natural look. It's definitely good for that. This white right here is a good setting powder for your eyes or very close to your eyes and your under eyes. Overall, it's a good product. For bronzer, I use the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer, and I think it's in light medium because I wouldn't go too dark because I have a fair skin tone. It has hit pan, unfortunately, and I definitely have to get a new one, but it is a very smooth blending, even shaded bronzer, and I absolutely love it. It does wonders for my cheekbones and for my temples, and it's a great product. I think it was $35 at Sephora. I'm not 100% sure. I've had it for a while, but it's definitely worth the money. I love Too Faced products. I think that they do really well with how they make their products and their formulas and their consistencies. I think it's beautiful and always comes out with a flawless finish, at least for my skin. For blush, I use the Bare Minerals Ready Blush in the Faux Pas, and I've had this for quite a while. It's a little bit hot pink for me, but with light dabbing, it definitely can be dimmed down to, you know, be a light pink or even a hot pink if you really want that. But I think it is actually a really good blush. I used to not like it because I didn't really know how to use blush, but now that I use blush frequently in my routine, I think it is a good blush, and but I am open to trying new blushes out. So if you have any good blushes that you guys like, then comment them down below and I will definitely check them out. Oh, I do color correct when needed. I'm gonna jump back a little bit, but I use the Essence Say No to Redness, and this is like $3 at Ulta, and it does a really good job for $3. Like, I don't think that it's like not worth it or it's like a bad product. Like, it is a good product and it does what it needs to do, but I feel like sometimes if you don't set the color correct before you put foundation or concealer on, it often will move and will just not prevent the redness from showing through on through your foundation. Now going back forward, for my highlight, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in That Glow, and I really enjoy this palette. I think the shades are really nice and they match my skin tone perfectly. The shades go Sunburst, Golden Bronze, Dripping in Gold, Dripping in Gold, and Bubbly. Sorry, I'm reading it from the back. But it is definitely an amazing highlighter, and it's definitely worth the money. I think this was $45. I usually mix either these two shades or these two shades. I rarely use this one because it's a little bit dark and harsh for my skin tone alone, but if I mix it with this shade, often it isn't so harsh. But definitely an amazing highlighting palette. It's definitely worth the money. Anastasia Beverly Hills is a great company, and I love the brand. Also for highlighters, I use the 4 highlighters in the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette, and I usually use obviously this one because it's hit pan, and I'm so disappointed with that because I love this highlighter. It's a pink toned and highlighter, and it's just flawless. For my nose, it really accentuates everything that I want it to, and it is just such a beautiful glow. Sometimes I'll mix it with this highlight right here. The combination together is beautiful. This one matches my skin tone pretty evenly. I don't know if I like that too much, because often the more it matches my skin tone, the less I feel like it pops. And I really do like a highlighter that pops. I love highlight. I love glowing. I love it. These 2 highlighters I use for eyeshadows once in a while, and I actually am using, I'm wearing this highlight in my inner corner today, and it's almost the same shade as, I want to say, either this shadow or this shadow, and this highlight is similar to this shadow right here. But I'll get to that. For my eyes, for my eye primer, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. Good product. Prevents my eyes from creasing. Would I buy it again? Maybe. I feel like it doesn't really help keep my shadow on and vibrant throughout the day. It definitely helps it stay matte and prevents it from creasing and, wearing out, but also it can dim down the color. Like, the shadow often stays, but it's just not as vibrant as when I first put it on in the morning, and that's kind of upsetting because I like my shadows to be vibrant and, out there. I think it was $25, I want to say. Not worth $25. Honestly, I would probably rather pay $15 or $20. It could be $20, but last time when I bought it, I'm pretty sure it was $25. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But good product. Wouldn't rave about it. I don't think I would buy it again. If you also have any good eye primers that you guys know of, also comment those down below, because I am running low on this and will need a new eye primer. For shadows, I use the Carli Bybel palette every single day in some way, shape, or form. Either for my shadow, for my highlight, obviously, because I just raved about the pink one. But there's 10 eyeshadows and 4 highlights, and this palette is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I use this white shade right here for my base, and I use that to set my eye primer. This palette is absolutely amazing. The colors are so vibrant and pigmented. They stay throughout the day. They barely have any fallout. And I love this palette. I would highly recommend it. It's $14.90, I believe, at Ulta. So cheap, but so worth it. It's honestly, you would never know that it was $14 because it's so high quality. I'm just in love with it, and I hope you guys can try it out. This is what it looks like. Such an amazing product. BH Cosmetics gets me every time. So I often use the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Shadows. It has 32 eyeshadow shades in it. And this is what it looks like. I believe this is the Mermaids palette. It's a good palette. It has a good mirror. This palette has a lot of fallout. I do use these browns and these greens right here very often because I do a lot of natural looks. And these whites right here, these neutrals, are really good for highlights and inner corner. I think this was, I want to say $16 at Ulta, but I don't remember specifically. Great palette. I would buy it again. I think that although it does have fallout, it's definitely worth it because the shades are very pigmented. Well, some of them are very pigmented, but some of them you have to really build. Like these two orange colors right here, you really have to build them up for them to get a really vibrant color. But they are very good for building. I love shadows that you can build because you can play around with them, go as light or as heavy as you really want to get the shade that you desire. Now, I used to use the Naked 3 palette all the time. It's by Urban Decay. It is a great palette, and I actually miss playing around with it. I have not really done an eyeshadow look with this in a long time because I've been using the Carli Bybel palette and the Makeup Revolution palette. But I often go in with this shade right here, Black Heart, and use that as eyeliner because I don't usually wear liquid eyeliner, or I haven't been lately. But this shadow right here has a little bit of glitz in it, a little bit of sparkle, and it's great. It can be blended into a smoky shadow or to just a smoky, cut crease or whatever. But it is an amazing, it is a great palette. I would buy this palette again, but I don't think I would buy any of the other Naked palettes. Maybe the Naked Smoky palette, but I just feel like for the price, there could be more shadows. It's around $55 at Sephora. There could definitely be more shadows in this. But overall, it's a great palette. For the rest of my eyes, I use the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencil for my waterline. $3 at CVS and has flawless application. I put eyeliner on this morning at 5:30 in the morning and it has stayed on all day and not run, not melted or anything like that. It's a great product. So worth it. $3 at CVS and you can't get any better than that. I'm telling you, drugstore products are amazing. Don't get me wrong, high-end makeup is also amazing, but you can also do so much with drugstore products. I will never not buy drugstore products, honestly. For liquid liner, I either go in with the Infallible Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner from L'Oreal Paris or the Essence Waterproof Eyeliner. And this one has more of a coarse tip, and it is felt tip, but it is more not as flexible as this eyeliner. It is also felt tip, and it has a lot more flexibility. Both last a very long time. I've been wearing the Essence eyeliner all day today, and it stayed dark. It stayed on all day, and I love that. But I might do one soon. So for mascara, I use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, and this mascara is amazing. It adds length, volume, it does everything, and it lasts all day. It doesn't fall out, it doesn't flake out. I love it. I would definitely buy this again. I think it was also $25. A lot of these products are around $25 because I try to get the high end but get the cheap high end. You know what I mean? Because your girl's on a budget. I also sometimes I'll also coat it with the Maybelline lash scent. Oftentimes, I will coat over the Tarte mascara with the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, the black one. They have the same one in like a metallic pink tube. This one has more separation and length, and this one has more volume and like thickness. Volume. So that's what I use for mascara. For my eyebrows, I use the Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal Paris. It looks like this. I use this every day to fill in my brows, and it has a spoolie on the end. I love this product so much. I don't know where I'd be without it. Vula actually introduced this and the Carli Bybel palette to me, and the NYC setting powder, and the Lights Camera Lashes mascara. And she also introduced to me the next product I'm about to show you, and that is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Bumper. And this is just a tinted brow gel that I put over my brows once I fill them in. So I've also gotten this from Vula. She suggested this, or I've used it over at her house and fell in love with it. So, great products. For my lips, I always go over my lips before putting on any color with a lip scrub, and I use the Mint Jupes lip scrub from Lush. It's so good. It's edible, and it really hydrates and plumps your lips. I have used different variations of this lip scrub, and I love this one so much. It tastes great. I mean, I don't sit around here and eat it, but to lick it off my lips, it is an amazing product, and it really does plump up and hydrate my lips for, however long I'm wearing lipstick. And for actual lipstick, I always line my lips, or almost always line my lips, and I use the NYX lip liner in, I think it's Bed Rose. You just have to sharpen it up, and I usually pair this with my Kat Von D matte liquid lipstick in Loida. I'm probably saying that wrong, but these two go together amazingly. They're not exactly the same color, but they do match up pretty well. And I love this lipstick, but if I put too many coats of it on, it often dries out my lips and causes them to crack, and I'm not a fan of that. But with 1 or 2 coats of this, even coats, it does stay all day, and I can eat, I can drink, I can do whatever I want, and this will still stay on. I might need to apply once or twice throughout the day, but it stays on pretty decently. This was $25. I know that for a fact. Actually, no, I lied. It was $20 because I bought it with a gift card. Amazing product, and I want to get more of the Kat Von D matte liquid lipsticks, but this is a great color to start with. It's almost natural, but it does have that pop of like pinkish purple, which I love. And so if I don't use that, then I'll use this MAC cream lipstick, and it's in the shade A75 Heavy Petting. It's a great lipstick, honestly. Like, it does run a little bit. I know MAC does test on animals, and I don't support that, but I do love their lipsticks, and that's the only thing I buy from them. They do have an amazing matte lipsticks, and I also use from MAC. I don't know where it is, but I use the shade, I don't know what the shade is. I'll put it in the description box below, but it is more of a rose pink like this, and it complements my skin tone amazingly. I wear it often when I do like just simple eyeliner looks and stuff like that. Sometimes I will use a brown or like a more nude color, which is kind of what I'm wearing right now. I love Milani lipsticks, absolutely adore them. This one is shade 38 Double Espresso. I love the shade. I think it's very pigmented and goes on and stays on, but it does dry my lips out very, very easily, and it runs. Like, if I don't use a liner with this, it will go everywhere, and I'm not a fan of that because I only have 1 or 2 liners, and they don't match up with this brown, and I don't want to have a liner that is pink underneath a brown lip. I just feel like it doesn't really amplify the brown, which I'm really going for. So that's really what I use for my lips. Right now I'm wearing a Milani lipstick in the shade 29 Teddy Bear. One of my favorite lipsticks, hands down. Great shade, great wear, just all around great lipstick. Love it. So that's what I use on a day-to-day basis for my makeup. But for setting spray, I try to stick with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I love this setting spray. You can get your makeup wet, you can sweat, you can cry, you can do whatever you want in this setting spray, and your makeup will stay just as perfect as when you put it on first thing in the morning. I swear to you, great product. Urban Decay, yes. But unfortunately, I've run out of that. So I've been using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Also great for priming. Like, just spray it on your face, like up and down, a couple X's, and it does wonders for primer, honestly. Like, if you pair this with the Photo Finish primer, great duo. Helps my makeup stay in place perfectly. That is pretty much it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my everyday makeup tutorial, which is a work in progress. I'm working on that editing right now. It's gonna be a great video, and I know you guys want to see that, so I'm definitely working on that. Stay tuned for Sunday's video with a very special guest, and give my Thanksgiving vlog a quick watch. It has 183 views, so let's get that up to 200. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you in my next video.